Welcome back to Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, everybody. My name is Blank Tester. With me, I've got Insetic47.
Hello there.
And Turo.
Hi.
And we're heading into the last story chapter of the game. I should say, there is a Chapter 6, but Chapter 6 is like post-story, you can just kind of hang out. And we're headed to Matan. Matan? I don't remember. I never looked up how to say it.
I also
Settlers of Matan.
Didn't remember to look up the names of the Jet Set Radio Future levels, so I'm just gonna be like the one on top of the buildings, and
the one that's there, and then the other,
the one that you know,
one that's
you're on the
based off
highway
Tokyo.
at the start.
Yeah, that's all. All of these are Matan. Everything you've said right now is Matan. You'll see how accurate you are in a minute, but so Matan is the biggest level in the game. By the way, this is Rise we just unlocked, and we also unlocked Solace, and I'm gonna try to show. Well, I played mostly with the two of them, but they both have rollerblades, so there's a part where I'm gonna need somebody with a skateboard. Matan is a big enough level that you're gonna be like, wow, this level is really fucking big at the end of this video, and then partway through next video, the last video, the level gets even bigger.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I'm just kind of hanging out around here.
So,
looking for Solace, actually.
does Solace play as lame as he is?
No. He plays just like everybody else. And he's kind of a scaredy pie. But you know what? His vibe is, despite being a pervert, his vibe is basically like live and let live. He's kind of a little bit of a dummy, and he just wants people to be happy. At one point, I think we'll maybe even see this dialogue. He says, I don't know why you'd ever be mean to anybody. Why don't you just be nice to everybody? And I'm like, I can vibe with that. Fair enough.
So he's a bit of a fail wife, male wife?
I don't know what that means, so I'm not going to agree to that.
He's a bit of a work wife.
Yeah, he's a work wife. He's my work wife.
I don't know. As long as he just, like, shuts up and you just play as him, it's like, whoa, I can just skate and ride
If
stuff.
If he was a waifu, would he be a discount waifu?
No, I don't think so.
Wow.
Really?
How nice.
Wow.
I don't mind him. I mean, honestly, like, he's a bit of a pervert, and Trice doesn't want to hear any of that degeneracy, but besides that, he's not a bad dude.
That's
Again, you'll see he's kind of a stupid head in the next video. He'll make some mistakes that you'll shake your head at.
Oh,
but
jeez.
Yeah, oh, you, Solace, what are you doing?
Our pervert friend has made mistakes again.
I have the feeling, and I haven't seen any story spoilers, but I'm just gonna put this out there now so that people can either, like, grin mischievously or not. There's going to be one surprise death. Like, someone is gonna die that
I think there's
going to
be 4.
Expect 4, really?
Yeah.
4 surprise deaths?
Yeah.
There's only like
and
8 or 9 characters I've
list
unlocked.
is actually
You know what? You're
DJ
right.
Cyber.
I think it's gonna be 5.
So if DJ
okay.
Cyber dies later,
Okay.
I got it completely correct.
Okay, just understand that there's no more plot after the next episode. It would be set up for next game that a bunch of people died or someone died. So we'll see. There are still some interesting things coming in Part 9. Before we go down into into Matan proper, I want to show you guys. There's the city down there or whatever. But if you go back this way, out through this tunnel, it takes you back to the hideout. Oh. And it opens a shortcut directly from the hideout to Matan.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you could really settle there.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's right here. Yeah. So this gate was closed earlier in the video because we hadn't come this way. But once you come this way once, it'll unlock.
The power of coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Yeah, you'll also notice that pretty early on in this video, I'm going to unlock a graffiti that I actually used a couple times in the last video. And that's because of that the footage where you see me use it in the last video was from my other save file.
You a low rep amateur.
Yeah.
I bet Solace likes being called that.
No, he's not a pervert for every fetish. It's not like he's got a degradation kink. He's just
he probably is.
Okay, you got me. He probably is.
Yeah. Let's be real. Let's be real here.
No, I mean his thing is he's a claustrophobic masochist. So
he's a claustrophiliac.
Yeah. Well, no, because he is still afraid of it. It's just he likes to be in pain, emotional pain, I guess. I don't know. I don't think it makes any sense.
I don't know. Going off of my life, I think I can relate to that.
Yeah.
You can?
I appear to like being in pain.
Yeah.
Based on how
given
much
your
pain
track
I put
record,
myself
yeah.
through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the claustrophobia part. No, I'm definitely not that.
I'm a little claustrophobic. When I went to New York City relatively recently, I felt really claustrophobic in the subway tunnels. There was specifically one escalator in the subway tunnels that, while we were in it, they were doing some. I mean, they're always doing construction or whatever, but like, it just felt extra tight and confined and also steep, and it was like kind of unsettling.
Oh.
But was it like hot unsettling?
Not hot. I'm not a masochist as well.
Oh. Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was yeah, I guess it was.
I feel like you can't.
On some level.
Like nowadays, you can't say you don't have a fetish or kink or whatever without someone going like, "Oh, you pointing out that you don't means that you obviously do." Like, no, can I be fucking serious and actually say something about my life that's serious?
I mean, I guess the thing is, like, people are always, I think generally people are too ready to be like, if you say you're not X, then you secretly are X.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, you know, they used to do it with, like, conservatives and being gay, and I wasn't happy about that either.
Oh,
because
God,
it's like,
no, that still angers me so much.
Because it's like, even if it was true, it doesn't matter. It's not my business. The problem is the shitty things they do and say. You know, regardless of who they are on the inside or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, it really doesn't matter it doesn't matter what other people have going on inside their head as long as they're not hurting anybody. I don't care. And like, the older I get, the more firm I become in that feeling, because it's like, you know, there were so many fads of things to hate on throughout my teenage years and then my early 20s and stuff, and at this point I'm disconnected enough from young people culture that I just don't know what the stuff that's popular to hate is anymore.
Nickelback.
But it was like, Nickelback was one of those things. You know, like, it's like, when you're a really small child, well, when I was a kid, it was like, there was a certain age where everybody pretended to hate Dora the Explorer.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah.
Right? And it's like, did anybody really hate Dora the Explorer? No, of course we didn't. We didn't watch it. We didn't care. But it was like, cool to hate it. And then, for a while, furries and My Little Pony and, you know, Fortnite, and like, it's like, at a certain point, it's like, people just like what they like. It doesn't matter.
For me, I really hating...
And by this... Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
My joke wasn't going to be funny, I can assure you.
Mine wasn't a joke, it was just going to continue the conversation.
It's more valuable insight, so go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, you know, going back to what Connor said, you know, like, if you don't have a kink or whatever, it's neither interesting or special.
Yeah,
it's just a fact about you.
It's just, can I point something out about myself without getting like, oh, you mean the opposite, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's such an uninteresting thing to say about someone, because it's not like you're interrogating the contours of what they believe, what they feel, their lived experience. You're just making a snide comment about that they're lying to you. It's like a weird insinuation, and it's not funny or interesting.
I like how now that you got the Frank's help with what you need to do,
fuck them.
You're now retagging over all their shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to beat futurism, and to do that, I need to make sure that the Franks don't get representation here.
Yeah. This says
We're
a
trying
lot
to go
about
all
our
city.
graffiti society. Yeah.
It says a lot about the
I bet
code.
you're gonna go in there and just spray paint the Flesh Prince's fucking face.
Nah, he's not even here.
Oh. Okay.
I would, though. If he were here, I would. I would kick him into the air like a cop and spray paint my BRC over his fucking face.
Oh.
Right into his mouth so he can't breathe.
Spray paint the B so that his two eyes go through the two holes in the B, like
That's
those
good.
sunglasses of, 20. How are those fad New Year sunglasses doing now that it's like in the 2020s,
I think
like
they
do you
usually
look through the zero and then they try to do
if
something
you
with
look
the second
through one of
two?
the zeros, how the hell do you work with the second? I mean, I guess you could do the hooks of the two. By the way, there's a little area down here.
Oh, I thought you were just like
I thought you were
death?
just jumping to your death. Yeah.
I thought about it.
I mean the speedrun strat of the Jet Set Radio Future level where you're on top of all the buildings and such is to basically jump to your death every time you want to warp somewhere. So
there's some Tony Hawk levels where you do that too. Venice Beach, especially, because the whole level is surrounded in a kill plane that's pretty easily accessible at all times.
This video will probably come out after the new year. Well, maybe not. I don't know. But it'll be around New Year's, so hopefully the comment section will have everybody's take on the Happy New Year glasses. What I'm hoping for is somebody to have Happy New Year's, but the two P's are where you look through, and then the New Year's is over your mouth.
Oh,
and
like
then
a full
where's the 2024?
Yeah.
Even further below that.
Wow.
You're straight up wearing a whole face mask.
Yeah, it's like it goes down past your chin.
It's like wow. That
it's
I gotta be honest. I'm gonna go out on a limb
MF
here.
Doom.
I don't think that's very good.
So check this out. This path leads you back to Millennium Square, but it takes you out where you came in, and then this car hits you. Just kidding. That doesn't happen every time. But then if you go back in, you'll end up back on top of the highway overpass.
Yeah, I guess since there's no getting back up here, they needed an exit.
And the reason that you might want to get back up here, I'll show in a second. There's actually some stuff that you can only unlock by jumping from here, specifically onto this building over here.
Oh, I love jumping onto buildings.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things to do.
I'm thinking about how you said kill plane earlier. We need more levels that have a chill plane around them.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, you need to do a boosted jump here or a high jump, which means you have to do an off your skates trick and then jump, and you'll jump a little higher to get over fences.
Is that ever explained?
Nope.
Huh.
Just something for you to learn through experimentation.
I guess at this point you must have already experienced that through gameplay.
Yeah.
This is the last level, so I mean,
yeah. And the thing about this game, when I first started playing, I had a really hard time chaining together long combo lines and stuff because I was, I wasn't I wasn't gelling with the controls. But on my second and third playthrough of this, it's clear to me that the organization of the levels themselves is actually really carefully done. Because, they have the easier, smaller levels earlier on, and it's just a lot easier to kind of cut your teeth on those with somewhat difficult jumps so that you can get to this level where you can fall to your death a lot. And you've already built up a body of skill to
avoid
deal
doing
with that.
Yeah.
Avoid doing that, yeah.
Yeah,
there are still some tricky parts here.
Thinking about it, it was a pretty natural kind of increase of, I'm just going to say what you just said, but, it was pretty much Cityscape where you didn't have to worry about that up until the Pyramid Island where suddenly like you're really above a lot of stuff where you could fall in the water, and now you're what you just said. Would you say that by now you should have somehow realized what you got to do?
Yeah.
You would agree with that sentiment?
Yes. I would agree with that. Speaking of that, the first time I got to this area, I got stuck.
Oh.
So I did this graffiti, just like I'm doing here. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I turned around, and there's a little platform over there. And so I went, okay, cool. I'll jump, and I'll land and be able to grab this. And I thought it was going to be an elevator, and it just isn't. And I was like, okay, let me try jumping back across the same way I got here. And you don't grab the ledge. What you're supposed to do, I think, is you're supposed to do that trick I said earlier, where you do a little trick, jump, then boost, then go.
Interesting.
Don't know why. Do not know why. That's some jank.
For that.
I spent 10 minutes trying to jump across in different ways, different angles, before I just quit the game and then loaded back in, and I started back in a easier to access area.
There you go.
Oh. I thought you were going to say, like,
solution.
It came to you in a dream. Didn't that happen once? Didn't you, like, get stuck in a game and then you dreamt how to beat it?
No. I've had solutions to things come to me in dreams. I had something recently where everything clicked together for me for a Dungeons and Dragons thing. Like I was trying to deal with two different plot holes that I had accidentally created for myself, and then both of them resolved each other in the dream, which was very helpful. But Matt, the other time I got a solution in a dream was Matt asked me for some programming advice. He wanted to build a stat scaling system for a Space Station 13 server he was working on. And the stat scaling, he wanted it to start slow, and then in the middle go fast, and then go slow again at the end. And after I went to sleep, and I dreamt of a sigmoid curve and an equation for it. And then I tried it out, and it worked.
I wish I could, like...
Yeah, no, that was my first thought.
I wish it was hype as shit. I woke up like that. I woke up and I was like, Matt, you've got to try this, man. I don't know if this is gonna work, but in my dream it made sense.
You know what? Now that I think about it, you know about my soccer game that I'm working on. I have to think of a function for a player valuation where, like, the older a player gets, the less valuable they are, but the better they are, the more valuable they are. So on a range from age of 16 to 39, they become less valuable.
Right. And then they kind of max out in degradation at 39.
Yeah, and then they immediately retire. They die.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They don't die, they retire. Which is
By the way, I went back to this area just to show what's going on with this little bike thing. There's a little bit of graffiti here, and the line is a little tricky. There is a sign telling you what you're supposed to do, but the first time I saw this, I did not know what to do. You'll see. So you jump across to this, and it goes around the building, and then there's a down arrow, and it's like, what does that mean? What they mean is you're supposed to jump off and just fall for a bit.
Wow.
And ride over to this, yeah.
That is pretty obscure, but also pretty cool.
Yeah.
I feel like you could say a lot of that about this game.
And then I missed the jump. Fuck that.
I mean, because they gave you barely any time.
Yeah. That's okay. I planned out my my jumping a little bit better and went back in for another run. Anyway, we were talking about your player thing. Yeah, I mean, that seems like the kind of thing... That's basically the way Matt gave me his problem. He sent it to me on Skype. This was back in the Skype days.
Oh, wow. The ancient era.
The ancient era, yeah. I was living with Connor.
You guys were communicating via ancient tombs.
Mm-hmm. Ancient tombs?
Yeah.
So, hey, did you say...
Raid this tomb to see what my message for you is.
Is it pronounced tomes?
Into the tomb. I go into the tomb and leave a message. It's someone else's grave. And then he has to go in.
Okay, in my defense, I watched an interesting video the other day about the English city of Frome, which is spelled Frome, and it's pronounced Frome. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm not that dumb.
Okay. Well,
I'm not that dumb.
I'm not sure how that bolsters your point.
We're still leaving messages in graves.
Inside a grave. Someone else's grave.
I meant tome as in Tome.
By the way, Teddy 4 here is by Dion Coster. Dion Coster was the game designer and story writer.
Oh.
Okay.
I think that's his only graffiti in the game.
Oh, so he's not a professional graffiti man.
He might be. I don't know.
Who knows? I'm sure he knows.
Yeah, I'm sure some people know. It's not a total mystery.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can switch back to Rise.
Cool moves.
So this level is already expanded a little bit, but it's still kind of, this is just kind of traveling areas we've seen so far.
Oh,
there's still lots to do here. Yeah, this was really tricky for me the first time. I had not developed enough skill at the game to do this correctly. And even now, I just don't even try for the hard corners here because it'll speed you up and it messes up my timing.
Yeah.
But there are a ton of hard corners throughout this level. And you can build a really long line. And that's why this level is pretty much the one that you see people doing like the most crazy high score shit.
You mentioned, like, way back in Video 1, you talked to Zarazguth about this being, New Amsterdam, and Versum Hill was based on something, or any of the other levels, like, based on areas?
I don't think so. Which is kind of disappointing to me, but, I asked him about a couple of the other words, but he said Versum Hill was the only one that stood out to him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now it's fake Amsterdam.
I was definitely expecting that to be a longer conversation.
Yeah, I know, right? I was really hoping it would. I was really hoping
you could lie to us.
Longer conversation right now.
Yeah, you could like lie to us about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Matan means big city in Dutchanese.
In Dutchies.
Dutchanese.
Yeah, Dutchanese. Yeah.
Dutchies is like alternate universe Buc-ee's for those who know.
Oh man, I haven't been to a Buc-ee's.
You haven't?
I've heard tales.
You've heard the stories. I went to a Buc-ee's for the first time. Like
goodbye.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, she wanted to go to Buc-ee's.
Oh, real quick before you get into your Buc-ee's story. Because I've already got enough rep, these girls will say hey to me like 5 times in a row. So there's the first one. You got rep? Doesn't look like you do. Hey. There's another hey. Yep, cool, got it. Yep, told us to give you, yep. And then they jump down.
DJ Cyber is the boss, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then there's the other hey.
See, like, the first girl you met, when you got enough rep, it just went back to her and did the cutscene thing. But it looked like there you had to, like, manually activate each cutscene.
It actually just automatically activated the second cutscene. Like, they said, looks like you don't have enough rep. Yeah. And then it automatically did the next cutscene where she says, okay, you have enough rep.
See, you talked about areas earlier in the game where you had gotten enough rep before talking to someone the first time, and they were just like, okay, go on through.
And you'll see that in this level as well. It's just that one time, for some reason, it still says the thing. I don't really know why. Also, when I did this graffiti, I saw this and went, wait, I have that graffiti? I don't remember unlocking that.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, it looks cool. But this is the main part of Matan, and when we get in there, they'll do like a fly-through. Oh yeah, we'll do the fly-through right here.
I literally already forgot like where this is in relation to the start of the level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got real fucking lost the first time I played this too. I know now because there's a teleporter that takes you back to the starting area that we're about to unlock. But yeah, it is a really, really big level.
Would you say it's huge, or is it too huge?
It's huge. Initially, it's a little daunting, but it's huge, not too huge.
All right.
Yeah.
Turo, I know you grade things off the hugeness. That's kind of why I asked. So is this an acceptable amount of huge? I guess we'll see.
God! Oh God!
We'll see, I guess.
Are you okay? So yeah, this is that starting area again.
I'm a bit intimidated, just like my my third favorite level in SSX3.
Is that level called Intimidated?
Remember Intimidator?
Yeah, it's called Intimidator.
And there's... Why does Futurism have to make it hard?
Bleeding now?
No, the little manic... What are they fucking called? Safety dummy things? The red instead of yellow.
Crash test dummy, yeah.
Crash test dummy, yeah.
I thought it looked
I was trying to remember my favorite video game.
I was trying to remember my favorite band.
Yeah. Blake would really love that reference.
Yeah.
I fucking shot him.
I was trying to do this one, and I was like, man, I meant to do that one, but whatever. I'll do it later.
Hey!
'Tis the spirit of graffiti.
I thought you were going to say the spirit of Christmas for some reason.
So this is Christmas. You know.
Is that a song?
Yeah, John Lennon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That explains why
it's the song. It's the song about the meme where the snail, the invincible, invulnerable snail, is trying to catch up to you. I got really into that meme for like a day or two last year.
That's the same with everybody else. Everybody got into it for...
I was watching the TikTok compilations, you know.
Yeah. Of people's solutions to
this. My sister showed me a Kyle Hill video essay yesterday.
About the snail?
No. But it was about a meme. It was about a meme of someone who... spoilers for the essay, if you're planning on watching it, about faking a nuclear accident. Like, it was back
I was very ready to say I've seen this video and I enjoyed it, but I don't remember this one.
It was back when the Demon Core meme was huge.
Yes.
Someone posted online about a cesium capsule that they found at a flea market, and like they when they pointed their camera at it, like the film would start getting grainy, and they faked it pretty convincingly. Like they even had.
I'll have to go back and see that.
But it was fake. It was fake.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah. The Demon Core kind of blew up because of Kyle Hill.
Yeah, he acknowledges that a lot in the video.
Yeah. I mean, the Demon Core didn't blow up. That should be clear. If it blew up, that would be a massive problem.
I wish it did.
No, you don't.
I do.
Okay, well, then you're an awful person.
Are you want the end of the world, huh?
Huh? Yeah.
You want to die, huh?
Man, I think about that guy all the time.
Yeah.
I want to be a god.
Are you? Yeah.
Sell a body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sell body pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
BHB.
Yeah. Oh god, the BHBs.
It's a dry joke.
Burned human bastards. It's a dry joke.
It really is, you know.
You know, did he know he was doing wordplay? Because, like, English is not his first language. It's a dry joke.
Oh, no, I don't think you realized that. I don't think I even realized that.
That's how the way I always interpreted it. I always thought about it as, like, a dry joke.
Because their bodies are dry.
Because their bodies are burned.
No, I thought... We're referencing Yoimune, which we did for the Steel Donut Collective. I'm just going to say that in case
that was nearly 10 years ago now, when you guys started that.
Then again, most of your fans have been watching since, like, the 1800s. So.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Because, of course, you started this series in 1470 BC.
Yeah. I went several thousands, tens of thousands of years until anyone showed up, but when they finally
including any PS2 games. Yeah. That was the real problem. You had to wait.
Right.
The series was really boring.
What was it like reviewing PS2 games back in 1870?
Back in
It was
back in 1870. I think we were mostly doing stuff like carom and like fucking.
Yeah, I started by reviewing, Krug and Rug rolling rocks down a hill.
Yeah.
How many parts was your chess series?
Oh, wait, sorry. So, check this out. He says, I used to be the king of Matan, I wish, blah, blah, blah. There were 5 buildings in the whole area, but my name was on all of them. I lived in Old Amsterdam. Do you know what a tree is? We had tons of them. I'm talking about the real thing. They ought to bring some of those back. And you'll notice there are no trees in this game. And in one of the secret areas in the game, there's one tree.
Can you chop it down?
No.
Can you grind up it?
No, I don't think so.
Can you grind
I'll show you that stuff in the bonus video.
Can you grind on it? I'm not
sure. I don't think so. Again, what I was about to say was, I think what I'll probably do for the bonus video is instead of like recording myself getting to all the bonus areas and stuff, I'll just use the footage from other people's videos with their permission, so that, to save me some time. But on the other hand, it's like, it may just be easier for me to do it myself. I don't know.
You should license it.
License the footage?
Yeah.
I guess I probably legally should.
Yeah.
Blank testers legally licensed footage.
Yeah. Forget about it.
You'll get your name on
I'll
other
sue you for
people's comprehensive retrospective videos or something. Like, it's always a treat every time, like, it shows up, you see something and it's footage credit of Insetic 47. They never ask me, but it's still cool to see,
That is true.
If I were to make a video essay that used your footage, would I have to credit you?
You wouldn't just have to credit me, you have to pay me $1,000 for every minute of footage you use.
But what if I use less than a minute?
It's free.
Oh, wow.
Hell yeah.
The first 59 seconds are completely free.
And then $1,000 per minute.
I'm gonna gut you. I'm gonna fucking gut your wallet after the first 59 seconds. This is a red light district.
Literally.
How much fucking is there? Were they dabbing?
No, I think they were fleeing from me, running into
the red light district. I got it going on.
Yeah, what? Didn't they say? Wasn't the line at the red light district? They call you Hung Dong.
I'm trying not to, say the really bad parts, and you keep being like, "Oh, wasn't XYZ what it actually was?" And it makes us look terrible.
It doesn't make us look horrible. They just called you Hung Dong.
I don't know what you're referencing.
The whole thing.
A rap song we wrote.
Yeah.
We never recorded it, so don't ask for a version. I don't even know if we still have all the lyrics.
I was just gonna say, is this next to the?
I was trying to give you an out, Connor.
Okay.
I was trying to give you an out.
Well, now I'm
just like
doing the in.
You're doing the thing.
Yeah.
I was trying to give you the out of saying, yeah, we don't have the lyrics, but now you said we do.
Why it's terrible,
And
I'm
now
gonna
you
end
have to.
my own career.
Yeah, if somebody asks you for the lyrics, you can't use the excuse you don't have them, so you get to explain all the reasons why you don't want to share the lyrics.
What? I could just say no. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and they'll keep asking. Yeah, you said no to full LP of Gravity Games Bike, and what happened with that?
Someone else did it.
So now someone else has to read your lyrics?
Yeah.
Somebody else has to write the lyrics.
What if we took the lyrics to, like, Fiverr and got somebody to rap the lyrics for us?
I have some contacts and a Pro Tools subscription.
No. I want to spend less than $10 on this.
I could convince them to do it for free.
Yeah, that's, I mean,
we already had DJ Matt Rocks for the beats,
That's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, if this is the red light district, where's the Cali Swag district?
Cali Swag district. Jesus Christ. That's what every city has. They have a red light district and a Cali Swag district.
I mean, you have to have a place in your city legally that can teach you how to Dougie.
Jesus. So, like, is that a federal law? Or?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It was passed by Barack Obama.
Wow.
It was one of the last things he did before he left office.
Yeah, he was a lame duck president, and Congress passed him a bill that said every city needs a red light district and a Cali swag district. And he went, "Yeah, okay. That seems like a good idea for me, Barack Obama."
This would have happened in late 2016.
Yeah, like, we already knew Trump was going to be president, and he was just feeling depressed, and he's like, maybe this will lift the spirits of the country.
It would have happened like 5 years after Teach Me How to Dougie already.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the bill was in Congress since then.
Oh, okay.
Right. These things take forever to go through Congress.
Yeah, fucking red tape.
As soon as the song "Teach Me How to Dougie" came out, and Congress took that as a mandate that the American people wanted a revamp of the education system, and by that I mean they wanted to know how to Dougie.
Yeah. No child left behind, but it's being taught how to Dougie.
The people deserve to know.
Yeah, of course. There's some FBI files hidden away somewhere, Project Blue Book style, that teaches everyone
Project
how to
Dougie.
Man,
I want to fucking
I'm glad.
die.
Yeah, that's great. By the way, I was just collecting some graffiti and stuff over here because these score challenges are rarely difficult at all. So I was like, well, I'll just get it on.
Oh, is this the old head battle? Oh no, it's just
No. Just the single person score challenges or whatever.
Will the old head? I was about to say the old people. Will the old heads show up for the final battle? Okay.
Yeah, they will.
Okay.
Look at this graffiti that just dropped. When we get to it, it looks like one of those like metal logos. Like you can't even read the words "bomb rush" or whatever.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm gonna expect Connor to instantly know what it says.
I mean, I think it says "bomb rush" on it. I think, but like, it is unreadable.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite band. You know, Broken and Burned in Graves. They released one demo in Finland back in 1986. It's actually so low quality that dogs can hear it better than people can.
Sorry, it's low quality, and that's what makes it so.
Yeah, there's so much audio artifacting that it's all in the hertz frequencies that a dog can hear.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So do dogs like it?
They start headbanging.
Okay, check it out. It'll be on the phone after I do this graffiti, and you'll see. And then I'll do it later, but look at this thing. Oh yeah, and then I fall to my death.
Nice. That was
But
a
it'll
very
still be on the phone.
screen.
Look at this.
It's a low quality video. I can't read anything.
This is rendered at 1080p.
I'm watching it at 1080p. Yeah, that's definitely some black metal. Oh, and there's the police.
Yeah. So after you beat that chick,
After you beat that woman.
Yeah, after you harangue that woman.
Harangue.
Yeah,
that was one of my SAT words.
Yeah, I know a lot of SAT words, like sat.
Oh god, what was my favorite SAT word?
Oh my god,
I had one. I actually did have one.
Yeah, this is the Nada spin. It is in the game, and it lets the fire hydrants lift up.
Yeah,
this is the way you get to the middle island.
Long hydrant.
Yeah. Hooray!
What did that say about Solace? My favorite character in this game?
The winter outfit.
Oh, nice. Congratulations to him.
Yeah.
We got some new clothes for her.
Oh! I didn't even finish my sentence. What I was going to say was after you beat her, the police start coming after you. I think it's either, like, I think you have to beat a certain number of the futurism people, or it might be something to do with rep. I honestly don't really know what triggers it, but, you know, around this point,
You know, that said quick Bing, and I saw a food at the grocery store in the frozen aisle. Have you ever heard of... Well, I think they are called Bings, because it was called Ming's Bings, because the chef was Chef Ming. And it was basically like... Oh my god, I don't even know... It's not a hard to describe, I'm just not going to be able to. It's... But yeah, I don't know, I saw Ming's Bings, and for a while
it up.
I kept thinking, Bingus! You know?
Oh, Bingus! Yeah.
I mean, I bought them and I had them. And
you ready? Here it is. Was that readable? I couldn't read it.
I'm gonna be honest. When you said "here it is," I thought you were about to describe what a Bing was.
Bing?
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now. I have no fucking idea what a Bing is.
I know.
Ming's
I'm making
Bing.
this.
All
out.
I know is you started that by saying when it said "quick Bing," and I thought to myself, "Quick and Bing don't belong in the sentence together."
Yeah. Let me just do a quick Bing.
Bings are a popular street food dating back to China's Ming Dynasty. Ming Bings combines classic American. Now found in over 200 Full Hood stores.
Full Hoods.
Yeah.
Full Hoods
Yeah.
is how
That's my
Full
favorite grocery
They're like Crunch Wraps.
Yeah.
I don't want to say Crunch Wraps as in like Taco Bell. It just says craveable crunchy wraps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically it was. And they were like...
That sounds good, actually.
And these ones were like, you know, the vegan kind, where it was like vegan cheeseburger, you know. And
okay.
The thing about them, though, is they had multiple ways of, you know, cooking them. Like, they mentioned, like, an air fryer or an oven or whatever.
Oh, I love air fryers.
Definitely didn't mention a microwave, which I used. So, you know, it probably...
Did it work?
To me, it worked, but...
It looks like the point of them is they're supposed to be crunchy, which is hard to do with a microwave.
Yeah, a microwave's not going to be able to achieve properly.
I was about to say, what if they made
it's always like
a microwave that could
like,
crunch your food, but that would be an air fryer.
It's always like you can either microwave for 3 minutes or preheat the oven for 15 and then bake for 45. And it's like I don't want this in an hour. I want this now.
That's me with like every food.
I get that. Actually, I started drinking Metamucil because I was thinking to myself, like, okay, well, I should probably get, you know, statistically speaking, I live in America. I probably don't get enough fiber in my diet. So let me try a fiber supplement or whatever. And you know, I'm getting fucking old. So like,
yeah, you're like 44 now, right?
I'm like 60 now.
You're like
and
describing all these ways you're taking care of yourself. And I'm just
well,
I woke up at 2 p.m. today.
I started drinking Metamucil, right? And since I started drinking Metamucil, I have been having stomach aches and throwing up. Basically every day for the last 2 weeks. And like, I thought I was sick, and then I thought maybe I was having some kind of reaction to something, and then I like finally looked up, like, are there side effects to Metamucil? And like, yeah, this is one of the possible side effects. And I'm like, oh, okay. But I will say that it does only happen if I overeat. And I already have a bad relationship with food. So I'm like, maybe this should be the way I'm teaching myself to just eat less.
Reminds me of that Simpsons bit where like Mr. Burns goes for his checkup and there's like so many things wrong with him that like they all are like competing to kill him and none of them can actually do it, so he ends up perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's a Jake and Amir bit. By the way, yeah, time flies. We're done with we'll be right there
But are your shits massive and solid?
No, they're not really different.
Oh.
You're not creating
That's the one thing I was
holes.
expecting did not change. Well, anyway, I'm sure we'll continue this wonderful talk about my poo-poos in part 9, which is coming up next.